Hey everybody, Mesmerized here. And yeah, I guess it's time to introduce what the heck is this channel. Yeah, I'm not even sure what it is. But obviously, it's about collecting Pez dispensers. Yeah. Um, my wife and I, we've collected these dispensers for the past over 27 years or so. Mm, she actually started the collection. She likes to collect anything that's cute kind of stuff. But yeah, in college, she was just putting Pez dispensers up on her dorm windowsill, and then friends started putting their dispensers up there, giving them to her. And so she accumulated a number of them, probably even longer, yeah, probably 30 years ago. It wasn't really till one day we were at the Seattle Street Fair that I ever found out that it was a collection. Yeah, the Seattle Street Fair is just sort of a thing on the street where artists and craft people sell stuff. But of course, there's food at any kind of thing like that. And we were wandering through, and then we saw this food vendor booth there that was all about Pez. And yeah, the guy running that booth, he became known to us as the Pez guy. I think maybe his name was Mike Pitty, but I don't know for sure. I can't remember back that long ago. I'm sure he's not still doing that, but he would go around to various fairs and yeah, events like Bumper Shoot and Bite of Seattle and those kind of things and have a booth there. So we would start looking out for him. Anyway, he sold, a bunch of current Pez. His whole booth was about Pez, but he also sold stuff that I think he went to Canada and brought down. Maybe he sold some vintage stuff and then all the licensed stuff. Anyway, my wife went into that booth and she was like, wow, Pez dispensers, there's so many. I collect these things. And I was like, what? You collect these things? Anyway, that sort of started the collection. But yeah, I've sort of taken it to another level over the years after reading, David Welch's book on collecting Pez. Um, anyway, Pez is sort of a fun thing to collect, and you look at it and you're like, oh, these are pretty small. They're not going to take up too much space, but yeah, once you get to 5, 6, 700 of them over time, you're like, these actually take up a lot of space. So yeah, I think it was when we hit about 600, we looked at it and we're like, where would this ever end? So at that point, now try to pretty much when a new dispenser comes into the collection, we'll sell something off so the collection isn't growing anymore. Yeah, and it's sort of fun to get new different stuff and hold on to them for a while, but then move them on to somebody else and you get different things. So we do sell stuff, but not a lot, not really to make any money on them, just to sort of get things out of the way. But what we don't collect so much, don't collect the regulars, like the old regular ones that look like a lighter. Don't collect the pals. There's a lot of competition from people over that kind of vintage stuff. Don't collect the Funko Pops so much unless someone buys them for us as gifts. Yeah, so mostly we're into the holiday stuff, the licensed character stuff like Disney's and Warner Brothers and Hello Kitty and that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, the collection's just a fun kind of thing because pretty much anybody who comes over, if you collect something like coins or baseball cards, and somebody comes over and they're not really into baseball, they're going to look at your collection and be like, meh. But almost everybody who comes by and looks at a collection of 500 Pez dispensers finds something that they connect with or get excited about. They're just, friends that come over and they're like, whoa, we love The Simpsons or Harry Potter, whatever it is. We've had several contractors wander through and they stop and they take pictures. They're like, oh, my daughter's the biggest Hello Kitty fan. She's going to love seeing all these Hello Kitty Pez. Yeah, so it's just a good kind of fun way as a conversation starter. People come over. And then people seem to get excited about the collection even though they don't collect Pez. And then friends and family actually buy us a ton of Pez. Yeah, we don't even buy the new stuff so much anymore because usually other people will get it for us. Yeah, if you look at that Toy Story Green Alien over there from Disney Parks, that was somebody on their trip to Disneyland got that for us. Here I've got a Pez Outlaw, sort of red snowman, not a misfit, I guess you don't call him. But anyway, my brother-in-law bought this for us on his trip to Universal Studios. I want to say down there on the City Walk, they have a store called Sparky's that sells weird, unique Pez, or at least they used to. I think they're still there. I'm not so sure they still sell Pez, but anyway, usually the stuff people buy for us, we hold on to. We don't sell those, but some years, I think other people buy us more Pez than we buy. But yeah, I do try to collect some of the vintage stuff that's different or interesting. And so that's one of the reasons to do these videos is, well, A, it gives us a chance to show off the collection a little bit, and B, to disseminate some of the knowledge we picked up over almost 30 years of collecting. But also, hopefully, we get a chance to learn from you guys and other collectors that, yeah, if you see things, I mean, some of these guesses that I talk about in the video probably are completely wrong. I think there's certain areas of Pez that hardly anybody knows the true what went on back in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. So, yeah, if you see something you got better knowledge than we do, for sure, go ahead and leave comments, and hopefully we'll learn something from you all. But yeah, I just plan to make some videos sporadically as I get new stuff into the collection, and I buy 3 or 4 things a month sometimes. Or if I have some interesting, different information to share, but not planning to make, these videos come out on a regular pattern or anything like that. Just sort of as we get something new in to show off. And this is not the whole collection, obviously. Here, we don't have a very big collection compared to other collectors, but sometimes we pick up some interesting, unique items that I think maybe not everybody's seen, or maybe not everybody knows about all the little minute details, and I love the details. So keep coming back to the channel and get out there and collect some Pez.